Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your man, Will. Hope everybody is doing all well. Today, I am in the neighborhood of Hyde Park over here on the south side of Chicago. And I'm starting this video over here on 57th Street at the Griffin Museum of Science and Industry. It's crazy that they added Griffin to that because Ken Griffin is the CEO of Citadel, and he donated like $125 million to the Museum of Science and Industry. And I guess he was like, man, y'all got to put my name on that boy. So I'm over here starting this video over here in Hyde Park. So check this out. The Museum of Science and Industry. Well, now it's Griffin Museum of Science and Industry. This building here has been here since 1893. And it was built for the Chicago Columbian Exposition. It's like the World Fair back in 1893. And this is one of the buildings that is still left from that period of time. And this area right here, they made it into like a park because it has a underground parking garage. But back in the day, it used to be a parking lot. You used to just park right here, but now they made it a green area, which is cool. But this building here has been around since 1893. I forget the main purpose of this building when they initially built it, so you all can look it up. But it's always been beautiful to me since I've been a kid, and it's still beautiful. I remember growing up in South Shore in the 80s, the museum used to be free. So on hot days in the 80s, you know, everybody didn't have air conditioning back in the day. We used to come up here during the day just to cool off because it was free. And we used to love going into the airplane section as a kid, like me and my sister. We'd hang out in the museum for free. But then like in the 90s, late 90s, I think they started charging. I think maybe mid 90s or something like that. They started charging to come up in the museum. But I used to always think that was cool that it used to be free for an organization like this to offer that. But then I guess they wanted to add more exhibits and stuff. And for upkeep, now they charge. Looks like they have a Spider-Man exhibit going on. They say it's pretty cool. A lot of people come up here for field trips. This museum is a tourist attraction to Chicago. And look at that architecture. From 1893, still here. And during that World Fair time, they built a lot of temporary buildings. And it was like the time when they first came out with electricity. And Chicago was one of the cities that displayed electricity and light bulbs for the first time. And this is a relic of the World Fair of 1893. I never knew that growing up. I just thought it was just an old building for the museum. Didn't know that this building has been in the city for that long. But they've been doing a good job upkeeping it. And this is one of the main tourist attractions on the south side for Chicago. Let's walk around the back. But Ken Griffin, man, 125 million? And that's a nice donation. I wonder if he'll donate some money to me. That'd be dope if he was donating to regular people, but I've never heard of millionaires donating millions to just like regular average Joes. But if you all know anybody that received a donation from a billionaire, let me know in the comments. It's doorway. Nice. Nice. Over the past few years, Chicago has received a negative reputation for crime, murder, drill rap, negativity. And the reason I'm doing these neighborhood videos of the South Side is to try to showcase, you know, people that's living normal lives in these neighborhoods. And I'm trying to document it to show the change in these neighborhoods, the growth, the decline, or just whatever that I see. I'm not a historian. I don't know all of this stuff. I don't know all of the buildings, all of the landmarks and all of that stuff. So I appreciate people that leave comments and educate me on certain sites. I appreciate that. But I just had to take the time out to make these videos to document the change of our city, man, the change of these neighborhoods. It's been a huge decline. There's a lot of changes going on, and I don't know if people take the time to slow down to recognize like all of the places that I've seen growing up and living in the city. A lot of the places are gone. A lot of the places are closed, and certain areas are being developed, but then it's a lot of them that's not. So as I walk through these neighborhoods, I'm just focusing on things that I remember and showcase that and just talk about it. And it's been real cool. I appreciate everybody that's been watching and liking the videos and sharing them and leaving comments. But Chicago is filled with millions of people, you know, millions. And the majority of those people are doing good things or just living lives peaceful. But then you have these bad apples in this city that has left a stain, a negative stain on our city, and it's not cool. So if I can just make these videos and just show people just like regular life in Chicago, regular neighborhood life, you know, that's the purpose of me doing these videos. This is just going to be a series of videos. I'm going to be doing some other stuff down the line, but I want to really capture the South Side of Chicago because it has such a negative, you know, stain on it. And it's a lot of good people that live on the South Side. And I just have to show that. And you can see it's a contrast in this city. Chicago is two cities. If you live here, you know exactly what I'm talking about. One side of the city has everything, the other side has nothing. And if you agree with that, or if you disagree with it, leave a comment and we can start that conversation. But to me, Chicago is two cities. And it's a huge contrast. It's a stark difference as well. So let's keep walking. I'm in Hyde Park today. It's a nice hot day today, so everyone is out with their families. And yeah, let's see the rest of Hyde Park. Now this is another relic that's been here forever. This is a reproduction of a statue that was built back in the 1893 in the World's Fair. This is a reproduction that they came up with back in 1918 to, it was like a reproduction of the original statue that stood here. The original statue was even larger than this one. And they built this one in 1918 as a reproduction of the original one. think it's a plaque over here. But I used to call this statue the Chicago Statue of Liberty when I was a kid. Right here in Jackson Park, the Republic. If you all know anything else about this statue, please leave a comment. All right, we go check out the Japanese garden over here. Jackson Park, right behind the Museum of Science and Industry. Let's check that out. You can see the Barack Obama Library in the background. Jackson Park. All right, let's go this way to the Japanese garden. Nice pathway. Have some people sitting over here in the park. Everybody smoking weed. It's all you smell in the air in Chicago now is weed, 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 weed. That stuff stank. And I don't keep saying it. I think it's something in that weed. There's a lot of people walking around here like zombies, man. They out of here. Ever since they made marijuana legal in Chicago, Illinois, that's all you smell in the streets is weed. This is a place where couples always come and walk and talk and spend time with each other because it's so quiet and secluded. So it's a nice walk, nice park. Excuse me. It's a nice sculpture. Respect the public art. That's dope. Osaka Garden. It's a nice little walk from the parking lot too. Your boy out here sweating. Leave your dogs at home. Yes. Seems like now everybody bring their dogs everywhere. Grocery stores, restaurants, you see dogs everywhere. Like, when do people start doing that? Oh, it's a monument rock over here. They said the original Osaka Garden dates back to the World Exposition, 1893. And since then, they made improvements and renovated it, so this is how it looks now. This is the entrance. Let's go in and see how this looks. Wow, it's beautiful. When I used to do wedding photography, I used to bring couples up here to take photos for their engagement. I think there's people up here now taking pictures, but let's walk this way. It's right on the south side. Got the lily pads over there. It's a nice bridge. Oversee the whole garden. It used to have like a little waterfall over there, but I guess they turned off the pump.
these relics. I wonder if these are original or part of the restoration of this park. So peaceful back here. When I was a kid, they used to call this place an island before they restored it. They used to be like, oh, it's an island, you know. Come back here, all type of stuff used to go on at nighttime, but now it's nice. That's pretty. Someone taking photos. So if you all want a nice little chill spot to come, have a nice little romantic picnic, come back here to the Osaka Garden. It's pretty, nice and peaceful back here. Look at the fish. Some big fish too, yeah.
Man, your boy is sweating out here. It's hot, but I'm having fun. Let's keep walking. Over here off of Jackson Park also, you have a lot of harbors where people store their boats off of the lake. And this is just one of them. People store their boats, go out to the lake, fish, all that type of stuff. So if you haven't been to Chicago, you have a boat, you can bring your boat, explore the lake and the rivers and all of that, and there's a lot of places around Chicago. It's a lot of harbors where you can park your boat. This is just one of them off of Jackson Park. I think it's like maybe about 3 or 4, maybe about 4 or 5 little harbors over this way. But yep. This is Bret Harte Elementary. I don't know how many grades is in this school, but this is one of the elementary schools in Hyde Park. One of my buddies used to go here. It's right off of 56 and Stony. But look at that architecture. Let's see if I can get it in there. There we go. Leave a comment if you went to this school. But then they built this new building right next to it. I like this design. That's dope. Let's keep walking. The Hyde Park area has always been a nice area on the south side. And it's basically tied to the University of Chicago. So that's one reason why it's always been nice. And also the real estate is so expensive. To rent over here, it's always been expensive. To buy a house over here, man, you gotta be rich or really well off. So that's one reason why this neighborhood has always been nice. And really back in the day,
Of course, there was some redlining going on to keep black people out, keep certain races out. And it's been kind of changed over the years. Look at that building. You know, it's kind of more of a diverse neighborhood, but always known as a neighborhood where you have to make some money to live over here. I used to have a buddy who used to live in this building. It's right here on 56th Street. But look at that. It's nice. Man, the architecture in Chicago is crazy. Man, it's so dope. If you just stop and just look at some of these buildings, man, the artwork on these buildings is so raw. Look at that. Now this is the tunnel heading to Promontory Point. Man, we used to do a lot of graffiti down here, man. They painted it. We used to do a lot of graffiti in this tunnel back in the day. But this park right here, but this section of the park, it's called Promontory Point. This is the Dave Wallace Fountain. You know, these old school water fountains you can drink out of. I don't think people drink out of them no more, but they let their dogs drink out of them. But this is Promontory Point. I don't know the year that they built this out, but I figure it was like way back in the day when they built this park out for the community of the Hyde Park area. But now a lot of people come up here, relax, have picnics, and you can overlook the lake. Man, no other city is matching Chicago when it comes to this lakefront. Over that way is 57th Street Beach. I used to be a lifeguard over there when I was in high school. They put these big stones over here right off the lake to keep the water back. A lot of people just come out here and just sit and chill, enjoy the weather. But this area, it's like a peninsula right here. It's the whole side right here. People hanging out. Make sure you do not dive off of this because you will bust your head on them rocks down there. But no, this is Promontory Point. A lot of people come up here, hang out, exercise, do bonfires. Families up here hanging out. It's It's real chill. You got people swimming out here. This is a new thing. Back in the day, people didn't used to come over here and swim because of the rocks, but it's kind of shallow right here. So over the past years, people come over here and swim. You got people out here tanning and stuff, getting cooked. This building is a field house that's up here. Back in the day, they used to have it open and we used to have breakdance practice up in this building. Like all of the people that went to Kenwood High School or just that was involved in the hip hop community on the South Side, we used to meet up and have like hip hop meetings, like breakdancing. All of the graffiti writers used to meet up here to draw on our sketchbooks and stuff. And it's another building like right across the way we used to call the Terror Dome. It used to be the spot for our Shy Rock meetings. Shy Rock Nation is a organization that, you know, that was built off of the pioneers of the hip hop community in Chicago. And Hyde Park used to be like one of the main areas where a lot of hip hoppers used to hang out at and have parties and meetings and stuff like that. And this building also, they have like weddings and private events and stuff in this building right here in Promontory Point. It's like, you got this nice little patio area. I've seen them have tables and stuff set out here for catering and stuff like that. So if you're looking for an event place, check out Promontory Point. You can walk down these stairs, and then you have this beautiful view of Lake Michigan. Oh, almost fell. Lake Michigan, huge. It looked like an ocean. But then over to this way, over to the north, you can see the beautiful skyline downtown. Look at this building. Look at those crests up there in the corner. Like, I bet you when they built this back in the early 1900s, it was for wealthy. Looks like a hotel. Even got the driveway over there. Look at that. It's 55th. Check out the artwork under the viaduct over here on 55th. Then you can go up to the metro station from here. Hey, what up, bro? That's a bakery. So this court over here. It's something that's been remodeled over the past couple of years. Nice little cafe. Little courtway. Oh man. I know there's a post office over here. It's nice. Right off of 55th. This little strip mall has always been a little shopping area. Hyde Park Shopping Center. It's Walgreens, been here forever. Then there used to be a grocery store called Treasure Island used to be over here, but I think they closed, I think. Is it closed? Yeah, it's closed. It was a nice size grocery store. It was a co-op grocery store, and now it's closed. Oh, it's a Trader Joe's now. They changed it to a Trader Joe's. Oh, okay. That's what it is now. It used to be Treasure Island Co-op. But that's cool. They changed it to a Trader Joe's. Neighborhood grocery store is needed. Look at that apartment building. A lot of these apartment buildings over here in the Hyde Park area are huge. Some of them have like 3 or 4 bedrooms in them. And they long hallways. Some of them have like 2 bathrooms in there. The buildings, these old buildings were spacious. I bet you if they tried to build this type of building now with the bricks and all of that, it'd be really expensive. But I have friends and family members that live in some of these apartments in this neighborhood, and they'd be like, geez, this apartment is huge. And they have like huge courtways like this. I mean, most of this neighborhood is built with apartment buildings. It's a few houses that sprinkled out, but in this area, like in between 55th and 47th Street, it's mostly apartment buildings. That's a house over there. It's huge. Oh, there's a few houses here too. Huge. Old houses. It's another Hyde Park staple, Giordano's. It's like one of the first Giordano restaurants. Been coming here since I was a kid in the 80s. It's one of the original locations before they expanded and opened up all of those locations. You can come get your deep dish pizza. It's been open, at least about 40 years, 40, 50 years. I'll say since 1974. I don't know if this location has been open that long, but this is one of the first locations of Giordano's. My mother used to bring us here as a kid also. Let's keep walking. Now we done made it to 53rd Street. This one staple that's been here forever. It's Pizza Capri. They got some good pizza too. Harper. Now this street has changed a lot. This is 53rd Street. It's one of the main streets in the Hyde Park area. It's changed a lot, but let's point out a few things. They got a sweet green down here now. That used to be Peaches Records. And I remember this restaurant right here, Virtue. They say it's a pretty good restaurant, but I haven't had an opportunity to try it yet. It's owned by a black dude. And they say it's really, really good. And you have the Harper Theater. Now this is a neighborhood theater that when I used to live in South Shore, we used to catch the Stony Island, the 28 down here to watch movies here. This movie theater been here forever. They renovated it some years back, and it was closed for a little while, then they reopened it. But this has been one of the longest standing neighborhood theaters on the South Side. It's this one. And this used to be Harper Court, and they renovated it. It used to be like a little like courtway type of area, and they cleared it out and they built this hotel here. It's Hyatt, and there's another apartment building over here. But this used to be a little square, a little community square. You used to be able to hang out, play chess, sit out, and then it was like a record store. Dr. Wax was over here. Dixie Kitchen restaurant used to be over here. But then they removed the character of Harper Court and built the hotel. Kind of took the character away from here. When I was a kid, we used to always come over here and play and roll down the hills and stuff. But now they leveled it all out, built this hotel. This used to be Harper Court. But now it's like restaurants on this bottom area. Kind of took the character away from it, big time. Now it's like a little back way for these buildings. I don't too much care for it, but they removed the character from Harper Court and turned it into this. It's kind of whack. But that's just my 2 cents. Tell me what you all think if you know about the Hyde Park area, on how it used to look over here prior to them doing this development. They got a Bob's Pizza, Stan's Donut. Yeah. Then they built this University of Chicago building here. But Valos is still here. That's a staple, been here since 1921. It's cafeteria. They got a Chipotle. This big building in front of us, Hyde Park Bank. That's been here forever. My friend's mother used to work at this bank. Look at this building. It's huge. And that's an Acura over there. This boy packed too. There used to be a Wendy's over here. And then this place right here, Jordan's Soul Cafe, used to be this place called Mellow Yellow. Used to be a restaurant. Mellow Yellow used to be right here, and my dad used to bring me here Saturday mornings for pancakes. That's changed. Then you have right here, Silver Room. They sell like independent artists, jewelry, other merchandise on consignment, or if they choose. So different, or they have like different events and stuff too. Sisters out here selling stuff.
We had the black ones on last night. We were all like, oh my God.
But 53rd Street has changed a lot. It's been a lot of development over the past few decades, where they brought in like more franchise stores and stuff. Kind of revitalized this strip, because for a moment it was kind of dead. But this thing came back. But it's been like, this street right here has been always a main street of Hyde Park. These Five Guys been here for a minute. Church right here. It's been here for a while. Back in the 90s, we used to throw hip hop parties up in here. United Church of Hyde Park. That window. This corner across the street, that used to be Ribs and Dibs. Now it's a wing stop. Ribs and Bibs. Yeah, Ribs and Bibs, not Ribs and Dibs. Ribs and Bibs is a barbecue spot that was there forever. Now it's a wing stop. You can tell this whole corner has changed. This building right here has been here for a while. Got Hyde Park Records.
Not that far.
53rd Street. That's a small Target. Let's go this way. But this has been one neighborhood that's always been nice. Not too much crime over here. Here, there, but they patrol this area real often because of the school, because of the university, because of the property, you know, it's large, expensive. If you live in Hyde Park, leave a comment. Tell me what you think about the neighborhood. This high school right here is Kenwood Academy. had a lot of friends that went to Kenwood, especially in the hip hop community and the graffiti writer community. When I was in high school, we used to come up here and hang out. After school, got out, sit out here and draw in our sketchbooks. I even did a mural on the inside of here, like on one of the hallways. But Kenwood Academy has always been a high school on the south side for kids that got good grades. But to attend this high school is very strict. You have to live in the area. So a lot of times parents will lie on the paperwork and put different addresses. They put their cousin address, their mama address, all stuff like that to get their kid to attend this school, because it's always been a good school on the south side. So yeah, this Kenwood. This building down here is the Hyde Park Art Center. It's a place where they have like art classes. You can even set up like a gallery show. Up in here. It's been an institution that's been in the community for a while, and I think it's really valuable. But this building right here is, if you can see these trees, these twin buildings is Regent's Park, high rises. Apartments, nice apartments. Had a few friends live in these high-rise buildings. You can overview the lake, it's beautiful. But this has always been a nice apartment to live in, living in Hyde Park. They even have like a store in there. There's even a pool in there. But yeah, Regent's Park. Another Sip and Savor location. All right, now we're over here on the University of Chicago's campus. University of Chicago is known for med school, law school. It's one of the premier colleges in the country. It's right here on the south side of Chicago. There's a lot of properties in this area that the university owns. Different laboratories, it's a hospital down here, clinics. They just built that new clinic. I think it's right around the corner from here. And you have some student housing over here. Then it's a huge indoor gym area with a pool. mean, this is like the best college you can go to. Oh, thank you. One of the best colleges you can go to in the country. It's expensive too, but I think it's one of the oldest universities as well. And I know a few people that went here, and we used to come up here to the radio station, WHPK. I used to have a few buddies that had a hip hop radio show. And then in the 80s and the 90s, it was a hip hop radio show hosted by JP Chill. But it's the University of Chicago. Hey, it's been a nice little walk out here in this heat today, man. So I'm gonna call it a day, but I hope you all enjoyed this video. This your man, Will. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you're rocking with my content, if you wanna check me out on the next video. But please be positive. I love y'all, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.